Hi, my name is Pedro Abel Ramirez Jorge, and we're going to talk about the United Kingdom political system. But first of all, I'm going to show you some concepts, how this political system is divided, who are the ones who plays an important role in these power divisions, and as we're getting further in this presentation, my partners will give you more details. We'll talk about the concept that I said before with more details, and that's all. I hope you enjoyed this presentation, and let's get started. The United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, or just United Kingdom as we all know, consists of a group of four different countries, which are England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. The main towns in this United Kingdom are London, is the capital of England, Birmingham, Glasgow, Liverpool, Bristol, Sheffield, and Manchester. So as it can be seen, the UK is conformed by four different countries. So in order to be able to lead all these people in all these four countries, the UK political system has to be efficient. In order to do so, it has a different division. The general concept in this political system is the parliament. The parliament is divided in three: the monarchy, that is represented by the Queen Elizabeth II, the House of Commons, and the House of Lords. So, after saying all this, we can conclude that the United Kingdom's government is a parliamentary democracy with a constitutional monarch. In the British monarchy, the king or queen is the head of state, and a prime minister is the head of the government. And talking about the government, the House of Commons that we saw before is made by the Cabinet of Ministers. Its function is to discuss the most important issues for the government. But how many are of them? Well, there are 22 cabinet ministers chosen by the Prime Minister and other 98 with a total of 121 ministers. And as we have been saying, these ministers are chosen by the Prime Minister from the members of the House of Commons and House of Lords. They are responsible for the actions, successes, and failures of their departments. Well, my name is Pedro Abel Ramirez Jorge. Thanks for watching. I hope all the concepts and ideas I exposed to you were clear. And let's continue with the next topic, that is the monarch and the government. See you.
Hi, who are you? My name is Daniel Antonio Almaguer Dominguez. Let's start talking about the monarch and the government of United Kingdom.
Okay, let's start with the monarchy. The monarchy is the institution of the government that the United Kingdom had since its inception. It's a form of government in which the head of the state resides in a person, a king or a queen. For example, in this case, we have the Queen Elizabeth II. The monarchy of the United Kingdom is considered the oldest of all modern constitutional monarchies, considering that other countries, for example, Spain, Monaco, and we can see in this presentation the coat of arms of the monarchy of the United Kingdom. The Prime Minister has the central government of the United Kingdom. Currently, the monarch of the United Kingdom is the Queen Elizabeth II. She is the head of state. Her crown is the source of the executive power exercised by the government. Among her activities or benefits as holder of the crown is the issuance and the withdrawal of passports. As well, she has the power of declaration of war against an external enemy. We can see in this slide the photo of the Queen Elizabeth II. The second in command is the Prime Minister, who is the head of the government of the United Kingdom. He has a weekly meeting with the Queen, where the Queen can express her opinions on governmental matters. We can see in this slide the photo of Boris Johnson. Boris Johnson is currently the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. The UK government is also made up of three tiers of elected local authorities. Local authorities are limited to collecting taxes and are supervised by the central government. One of the things that the Queen does is to appoint the holders of important positions, including the Prime Minister and other government ministers, officers of the armed forces, governors, high-ranking positions in the Church of England, etc. In addition, it has the power to grant titles of nobility, kinghood, and other distinct honors. We can see in the slide a photo with the Prime Minister, the Queen Elizabeth II.
Well, I really appreciate your attention. With this, we finish the topic of the monarch and the government. I hope to see you soon. I leave you with my partner to continue with the next topic. Goodbye.
Hello, my name is Ricardo, and the topics that I am going to talk about are Queen Elizabeth II and the royal family and crown. Queen Elizabeth II and the royal family. Elizabeth II was born on April 21, 1926. The British Queen was crowned on June 2, 1953 in the Westminster Abbey, despite having acceded to the throne on February 6, 1952, when her father died. In 2012, Queen Elizabeth II celebrated her Diamond Jubilee in the throne because she has been the Queen for 60 years. She is the British Queen with more years reigning. Her official name as a queen is Elizabeth II, but her real name is Isabel Alexandra Mary. Elizabeth II was the third in line for getting the throne. Prince David and her father Prince Albert were the options for the throne before Elizabeth II. She became the queen because her uncle Eduardo III abdicated to the crown. The reason for the abdicating was that he got married with Wallis Simpson, who was not a member of the royalty. Queen Elizabeth, she is the only person in the United Kingdom who can drive without a driving license or plates. She does not have a passport and she cannot be judged or fined. The royal family plays an important role in supporting and encouraging the public and charity sectors, and around 3,000 organizations list a member of the family as a patron or president. There are various charities and organizations supported by a member of the royal family. The Crown. The title to the Crown derives partly from statute and partly from common law rules of descent. Inheritance had always been the way royal power has passed down the generations, with sons of the sovereign coming before daughters in succeeding to the throne until 2011. With the birth agreement, the heads of government of the 16 Commonwealth realms agreed to change the rules of succession by replacing Malay preference primogeniture, in which the firstborn child of a monarch will be heir apparent regardless of gender. Good. For my part, it will be all. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Mónica Romo Carrillo, and I speak to the House of Lords and Commons and aid the spiritual and temporal lords. Contrary to what happens in the House of Commons, the members of the House of Lords are not chosen by election, dividing according to their right to form part of the House in spiritual lords and temporal lords. The spiritual lords are 26 bishops chosen for their prestige and long ecclesiastical career within the Anglican Church. The temporal lords make up the remainder, with the majority being members with non-hereditary life rights, appointed by the Queen on the advice of the Prime Minister. And this is so because formerly the right to be part of the House of Lords as temporal lords was exclusively hereditary, but currently and after successive reforms, the members by the inheritance of this house are only a small portion. As of March 2010, the House of Lords has 788 members, 138 more than the House of Commons, which has 615. 615. The Parliament of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, also known as the British Parliament, is the legislative body of the United Kingdom and its overseas territory, which only have the parliamentary sovereignty. At its head is the bicameral, including an upper house called the House of Lords and lower house called the House of Commons. The House of Lords includes two different types of members: the spiritual lords, the senior clergy of the Church of England, and the temporal lords, noble members. The members of this chamber are elected by nobility. They were previously hereditary, but today only 2 seats are on each hand. Members of the House of Commons are democratically elected. The House of Lords and the House of Commons meet in separate rooms in the Palace of Westminster, commonly known as the Houses of Parliament, in the British capital London, more precisely in the Borough and City known as the City of Westminster. By Constitutional Convention, all government ministers, including the Prime Minister, are elected from the House of Commons of the House of Lords. My name is Mónica Romo Carrillo. Thanks for your attention.